Hey yo, it is the King Hitman here, and we have the V-Jump scans for the month of August. This is very exciting because it's worldwide season, so we're really trying to get more and more information about what's on the way. You guys are gonna like this. There's been a lot released on between the versions the past 6 hours. It's been a very long night. I was sleeping through the night, but it's early morning for me now, and this just came out moments ago. Now, with that being said, the V-Jump scans. Shout out to Air Dokkan, but the credits go to DBZ Hype because I was looking for the image and Air was on my homepage. I knew the scans were out, but I was looking for an image. Air already had it, so I'm using him as my link today. Now, with that being said, you see we got a Trunks. This is not the Trunks that we just got released on JP or like we just had announced on JP that we know is going to awaken into an LR. This is not the same Trunks. This Trunks right here is clearly messing around with Cell's egg. I like that art. I didn't think they would ever, I never thought of them using that as an art, but that's nice. They're doing that. You notice the big thing is the time machine in the back. Obviously, Android/Cell Saga, he's going to awaken into a TUR. Obviously, Android/Cell Saga still. However, you get to the bottom of this page. This is the Trunks I was referring to a moment ago. This is not the same Trunks as this, obviously. This down here already lets you know it's gonna be conjoined between Android/Cell and then Future Saga. This is all we needed. We had all the evidence we wanted. However, I do think that this is good. I think it's good that above, like we found out a couple hours ago that 100% for a fact they were crafting out the time machine with the clay. It was a long process. I felt like video one we knew it was the time machine, but people were arguing, so we had to wait to see what the real theme was gonna be. But now we're here. This entire celebration is going to revolve around Trunks, which is really nice. We're getting a lot of Trunks units. My question is, I'm pretty sure we had the translation on his name, didn't we? Oh yeah, he quote retweeted it. That's what it was. Okay, a new story event is on the way. Super Warrior Medal, Warrior of Hope, Super Warrior Memorial, Warrior of Hope Trunks with a new free-to-play Trunks team that will turn into a youth future Trunks. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't. He's not in his youth. He's not in his youth. That doesn't make sense. But he's gonna go from teen to youth future. I feel like that's fine, I suppose. And then the reason it bothers me is because Trunks' namesakes in this game, they just like he's the only character with these dumb. They can't really tell the difference between the Trunks' variations, if that makes sense. Like certain Trunkses that are just in the main timeline are just teen Trunks to me. Like they're just Z Trunks. And then certain ones that are in the Dragon Ball Super timeline, like the Goku Black type era, are Dragon Ball Super Trunks, or I guess just Trunks Future. Then the ones that came from this period right here are the ones that I think should be called Teen Trunks Future. That's how I want to look at it. It's hard to really quite grasp, but you got to understand, like we're talking about like a 15-year-old boy versus like a 17, 18-year-old biologically aged boy because of the hyperbolic time chamber, whatever, right? The time he spent in his own time versus his versus our main timeline. And then we got Super Trunks down here, who's like a 30-year-old man, and they're still calling him a teenager. Like, I would really have to make a video about it to break it all down, but y'all know how dumb it is. Now the Line campaign is going on JP. That's a social media app, or a messaging app, I should say, that JP players, I mean, apparently a lot of the Eastern Hemisphere uses Line. I hadn't known that, but this isn't the first time they've done something like this, so make sure you guys get your 10 stones. I don't know what it requires to get the 10 stones. I had like 35, so they gave me 5 stones. I'm assuming you get 70 more, total of 15, 20 stones or something like that. Make sure you're logging in, make sure you connect your Line app, do all that. That doesn't really apply to me. I'm not making a Line app. Not an account, I should say. Now, this Trunks, we already know he's going to awaken into an LR. This quest mode Trunks is going to awaken. I don't know if he's going to EZA. I guess only time will tell with that. But I'm really interested on who his partner is going to be, because unlike what this Trunks is going to have, this base form Trunks down here from the quest mode is actually going to have a lot of... He's not going to have a lot of Trunks categories. He's only on time travelers. That's really weird for him to do that. But now that we're in a space where these Trunkses are clearly going through their eras. Is this guy gonna awaken into like a Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta? Is he gonna awaken into a Trunks and Supreme Kai of time? Is he gonna awaken into a Trunks and Bulma? Is he gonna awaken into like, what are we? Nah, even then that unit would be on Vegeta's family. He's only on Time Travelers, so from the jump I assumed he would awaken into like a Trunks and Supreme Kai of time. We'll see. Now, that's all I've got for that section right now, but I do want to talk about, like I said, this story event, this is a special event, whatever. I want to talk about the fact that Future Saga, this is rounding out well. I said last video that I did like data download coverage or like info coverage. The Future Saga needs like maybe 7 new characters over the course of worldwide, and then the buffs and the correct EZAs, which they're gonna do, I'm assuming. And this team is fully flushed out, and it just needs its nice little top-end, super premier, top 5 units in the game, and it's over. It's a wrap. Seems like we're coming up on that now. Like I mean, it's based on Trunks as a whole. I don't know how much of it is going to be super. I don't know how much is going to be Cell Saga. Trunks is gonna buff a lot of categories. Trunks is one of those units that's on every other category. So he's gonna be perfectly okay. Believe me, please believe me, that as long as we get this Sword of Hope Trunks that's the top 5 unit in the game, we're gonna flush this team out very well. Even if he's not a Sword of Hope Trunks, maybe he's just a Trunks that he's a Super Saiyan and he does the Heat Dome attack. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's a Trunks from his fight with the androids. No matter what the iteration is, I'm probably gonna be happy because it's gonna have nice animations. Trunks always got that shit on. You see he got the crazy drip, right? And then he's, like I said, a lot of categories and he's just gonna buff a lot. I think I can leave it there. I'm really rapping. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get in a recording space. I didn't usually sleep through info like this, but I did last night. So I got to make sure I record these other videos. There's a lot of thoughts we have on the way. We do have a Future Saga Red Zone, so that lets you know that we do have difficult content on the way. People will love Red Zone, so I'm happy for that. I love Red Zone, so I'm happy for that. But we'll see what we've got besides that in a couple of days, because the data download for JP and Global is later tonight for the worldwide intro. So it'll start hyping it up, you know, the countdown and whatnot, and then we'll find out what the theme. We'll find out more about the theme. We'll find out what they're leaning more towards. Like, you know, if we see a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Super Trunks images and future Goku and Vegeta images, then we'll know, oh, okay, they're leaning more towards Dragon Ball Super. And if it's more like Gohan fighting Cell or a Super Vegeta, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, they're probably alternating between the two or leaning, you know, 60-40 Cell Saga. We'll see. But it is the Young King Hitman. I hope you guys enjoyed. I always try to inform or entertain. Thank you so much for your time. Consider liking and subscribing. Like I said, I will be covering the info later tonight for the data download. Young Hitman is off this.